Okay, today we're gonna debunk this guy who online who, he compares movies, see which one's better. So I'll just skip to the punch where he brings up things. So we're gonna get to the story aspect of it. Okay, now this is the first point he makes.
Like a good monster movie, and as a direct result, I found myself more invested in the story and was always interested to see what was going to happen next.
I wasn't. It's just big monster punch big lizard.
And you know what? Something that both of these movies do is they treat Godzilla as a more serious movie, and I really appreciate
When? Godzilla King of the Monsters has a bunch of jokes in it. Godzilla 2014 is serious, so already you're not making any sense.
that. That being said, the movie with the superior story is King of the Monsters.
Superior story. Okay, let me explain to this guy. How is Godzilla Godzilla King of Monsters story better in any way? It makes the same mistakes. There's a lot of cutaways. Hell, you can't even tell what the monsters see. Not to mention Godzilla 2014 got a lot of awards, why Godzilla King of the Monsters is considered to be a failure worldwide.
Picture for you. Imagine you are in the cinema watching.
Characters. Okay, let's see this character point.
Okay, I don't want to spend too much time on this segment, but this needs to be addressed with any monster movie. So, let's start with the characters in the first film. And I gotta say, it's kind of annoying that they got such great actors, because they didn't even take advantage of them. The two actors that make use of their acting talents is Bryan Cranston and Elizabeth Olsen. These two play it sad throughout most of their scenes in the movie, and they both convey their emotions very well. Unfortunately, all the other characters don't. Ken Watanabe, for example, all he does throughout this movie.
Have you been paying attention to his character to where he's the one who says don't drop the nuke and he's the one who says let them fight? So his character is relevant to the plot.
Act like he's listening intensely and spews out a bunch of trailer talk. All the military are just
and he says let them fight, and he's mostly right about things in the film. That he says let Godzilla fight, and he says let the Mutos fight Godzilla. How come the military don't listen? And he's the one getting using the nukes. So how in any way is he doing that? So already you're just
characters that you don't care about and constantly dish out tons of exposition. And the biggest crime of all, they have Aaron Taylor Johnson as the lead role, and he is the most boring character out of the whole movie.
Yeah, that is true. But still, you're oversimplifying it.
Problem is that he never emotes, even when his dad dies. Now, Johnson has a lot of range as an actor. I mean, he played the dumbass Kick-Ass for crying out in the movie. So did I. Because I had no one else to emotionally attach to, and I don't think that was right. I'll admit, I initially was feeling sorry for them, but when you think about it, no, this character was way out of line. Now, Millie Bobby Brown did a good job with the material she was given, but to be honest, if it wasn't for the fact that we know she's in Stranger Things, then her character and performance would go completely unnoticed. Nothing about her performance here is really noticeable that it elevates her to new heights of acting, but she did a good enough job for the role she was given. But she essentially just plays the young girl in a Godzilla. I really had a liking for the family, and I actually cared for them.
Oh yeah, sure you did.
Cared for none of the characters in the 2014 Godzilla, however.
I did, but I guess because more monster punchy accent means instantly good nowadays days. Screw quality, screw effects, just big monster punchy.
And the only one I did care for got killed off very early on. So the Godzilla movie.
I have a question for you. Do you even know what a message that a movie is trying to tell you is? Because Godzilla King of the Monsters doesn't tell you any message. What is the message of Godzilla King of the Monsters? Aliens are going to invade us one day. Is that the message? Because there is no message to Godzilla King of the Monsters. Kong Skull Island even had a message to where mankind, if they go in, and mankind can destroy habitats and all that.
With the superior characters is King of the Monsters.
Okay, listen how he gives King of the Monsters a lot more credit than it deserves.
And Pokemon. But whenever American filmmakers try to create monsters, they are were just incredibly generic. And in the 2014 Godzilla...
Okay, I don't get why people say that the mutants are copied off Cloverfield. They look nothing like Cloverfield. So I don't get where people are getting that from.
Case, it just recycles the Cloverfield monster's design with a...
Okay, let me show you guys a picture of a Muto real quick, okay? Give me a second. Okay, guys, does this look like Cloverfield? Yeah, it totally looks like Cloverfield. It ain't like it's a completely different creature of a completely different anatomy. Okay, but in all seriousness, but look at this. Does this look like Cloverfield to you? Like, look at the limbs. Maybe the limbs, but this doesn't look like Cloverfield. Again, he's just nitpicking things to nitpick.
With a small amount of alterations to make it seem different, but the template of the monster is exactly the same, even down...
Do you got any proof to back up your statement?
...to its body shape. This movie...
Don't make me... Do I have to show, Give me a second. Yeah, this totally looks identical to the Cloverfield monster. Ain't like it has all that. And look at the male one. The male one totally looks like that. Yeah, I have a question. Since when did the Cloverfield monster have wings?
Only once. At the end of the movie.
Okay, stop nitpicking things to fit your own narrative.
Okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves here. Bottom line, these monsters are so boring and uncreative.
Yeah, they're totally not creative. It ain't like making your own original monster takes a lot of work or anything. But no. You want to know something that's not creative, dude? Guess what? Recycling old monsters from old movies like Ghidorah and Mothra and Rodan, that's uncreative and lazy. You're gonna hear that a lot during this debunk video.
Now the first movie has a couple of really nice surprises.
Okay, give me a second.
In this film, and he even gets to team up with one. Not to mention that the other monsters in this movie also get to fight each other.
For a grand total of like 5 seconds.
Don't just fight Godzilla, and that was a
Only like Ghidorah fights Godzilla, so he's lying through his teeth.
really nice surprise to me. Now there are times where King of the Monsters pans the camera away from the fight to the humans, and I really wish they would just cut that shit out. But thankfully, it's not done as often as the 2014.
No, it's done a lot more. You're just favoring this movie because it came out long, or it took longer to make.
And even when it does happen, there are points where you can see the characters bright, but the lights calm down after a second or two, and then you can... A big part of why I enjoyed them so much is because we didn't have to wait nearly 2 hours to get our first monster battle. We got the...
Okay, first of all, it ain't about big lizard go punchy big moth or big bird. It's about the story. That's what I hate about Godzilla fans nowadays. All they want to see is big monster go punchy. That's all they want to see nowadays.
First one fairly early on, and then the rest kept on coming at a comfortable pace. So the movie with the vastly superior action is King of the Monsters.
Yeah, it ain't like it has unrealistic CGI or anything.
Let me tell you, skips it altogether or constantly interrupts it. And what's left is a ton of military speeches, the army following the monster, and when the action does...
Dude, I have a question. If you think this, you must hate the original Godzilla. You must hate the original Godzilla because it's more about the characters than the giant monster. Oh my god.
Does happen, it's too little, too late. Godzilla King of the Monsters, on the other hand, gave me exactly what I wanted from the first movie. My requirements for a Godzilla movie are simple. First,
I just want big monster go punchy. Screw metaphors, screw meaning, punchy.
Godzilla. You're not going to do that? Okay, then at least give me passable characters. Oh, you're not going to do that either. Okay, then what the hell am I supposed to be watching, and why the hell am I supposed to...
Godzilla 2014 still tried it, though.
Yeah, King of the Monsters actually gives me Godzilla, and then I'm not going to watch on my TV. I am only going to see it on a projector. Now, I know
sure
you
you
are going
will.
to ask, so I'll just say it now. No, I don't think this movie is visually as stunning as Aquaman was, but on its own merits, it's something that you should watch on a projector so you can really take in the scope and scale of these monsters. And
They look like small little 20 feet tall animals. They don't even look that big. They look like they're 30 feet tall.
And the soundtrack of both movies was also great. The 2014 film has a very nice and eerie soundtrack, but I personally think that King of the Monsters has the superior soundtrack.
Okay, first of all, just because it uses old song doesn't mean the soundtrack is superior. Doesn't mean you like to hear nostalgia of the da 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 da. Doesn't mean it's automatically better, dude. The soundtrack doesn't count. If we're talking about original soundtrack, then Godzilla King of the Monsters sucks.
Because not only does it make use of the original Godzilla theme, but it also...
Yes, I do want the original Godzilla theme, but I do want more newer soundtracks in there as well. It sucks that we'll never hear the Edward Edwards Godzilla theme, because oh boo-hoo, Godzilla fans got all mad because they didn't get a fanboy film.
Making it the best version of the classic Godzilla theme that I have ever heard. It even modernizes the original Mothra theme. And in general,
ditches the song.
And by the end of the movie, as cheesy as it sounds, I was like, yeah, Godzilla truly is the king of the monsters. Feel free to donate $1.
Okay, that's it for this video. Just to clarify this, I don't have anything against him. I just have to clarify some misconception that he's definitely going to spread around. And also, this ain't me attacking him. This is just me correcting what he says and why he is, being stupid and all that. Anyway, that's it for this video. So, bye, I guess. But I will get every single one of those people who hate on Godzilla 2014 for stupid reasons. This is the first of many. So, that's it for this video. Bye.